Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. I got this nose thing on my nose, and it helps me to smell better. I don't know if I'm feeling that Bahama Breeze song. It's too beachy right now, you know? Because it's cold outside, man, and it's just too beachy for me right now. But what's up, team? What's up, Gustavo? What's up, 2A? What's up, Stucky? What's up, Rhetorical? What's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well today. Yeah, I got this thing on my nose. If you see, I have like a crooked, deviated septum that I've had for years. And so one of my nostrils is always clogged up. And so I'm trying this to see if it helps. And so far it has, you know. So what's up, guys? All right, let's take a look at what we got here this morning. Sorry, I might have to adjust this a little bit, actually. There we go. It's a little bit better. There we go. That's better. All right, but yeah, so we got a few movers today. We got CPHI, if you like penny stocks. This one's gapping up from 57 cents to $1.07, so it's gapping up 60 cents this morning. Or no, what is that? 64 cents. And so this one's gapping up 64 cents today. FTSV, gapping up some. This one looks like it's a buyout or an acquisition of some sort, either that or a split or something like that. But it looks more like an acquisition or a buyout, just based off of the price action. We also have Trill, TIRL. Man, this one's still going up. Gapping up from 505 to 770s for TIRL. We got APDN. Gapping up from 399 to 599. We got TEL. We got BIMI. Gapping up here, we've got KPTI, which I can trade, and Mitch historically has liked to trade, and so, you know, we got that one. We got CODX, gapping up from 1320s to 1710. I wonder if this one's tradable for us. I doubt it is, but I'm gonna check in a second. DYAI. Honestly, we're almost solely getting penny stocks that are running today. I'm assuming the reason for that. Twitter's up. I might trade Twitter, and so, you know, Twitter, KPTI. Space is up a little bit. I might trade Space if it gives me something here today. But yeah, I'm assuming that most of the reason we're not seeing any mid and high cap stocks is because the market is down again today. Slightly. We got 2A's closing price script up here. And so let me remove this and re-add that closing price script. Smell the money. That's right, man. That's right. Barely noticeable, but I feel you. I'm a mouth breather. Yeah, man. You know, it is what it is. Like I said, you see, you can probably see it. Like, my septum is crooked here. You know, it's been crooked as long as I can remember. I probably broke my nose as a kid. Like, I used to play baseball a lot, and I probably broke my nose as a child, and then just never got it fixed. And so I've just lived my life only being able to smell out of one nostril, right? And I've actually been to the doctor, and they've been like, yeah, insurance will pay for it because technically it's a medically necessary surgery. Like, it's not solely cosmetic, it's medically necessary, and so insurance will pay for it. But I'm scared to go under. The last time I went under was when I got my tonsils taken out when I was 6 years old, and I'm scared to be put under for some reason because I'm a big whip, basically, is how it goes. And so, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm wearing this thing so I can smell and not be super uncomfortable. Don't judge me, you know. But yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, so the SPY is down again today. Let me put this previous closing price script back up. There it is. Okay, so yeah, we closed at 296.20s, and I guess we're pulling back some. We're at 293s, but the market is still technically down, and I think that's dragging a lot of other stuff down here. We've got more coronavirus stocks moving up some, or they were moving up some. NVAX. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. I'm in fear of getting demonetized on this channel. I'm not even going to pronounce this stock. But there's this one, you know. There's CVM, there's CCL. We got AMD moving a little bit. At the very least, it's moving, and that's usually a good thing. We got CGC, we got Cron, we got NCLH, D-gas. So we got natural gas, which is, this is the inverse. Or no, this is the regular. So natural gas is down, I guess. Yeah. AIMT, FTI. So yeah, we got some movement here. Nothing really super important, aside from, you know, mostly the SPY itself, which is slightly down from where we closed. But they did rip up yesterday or Friday before the bell. So Roto-Rooter, bro, isn't that a, that's a plumber, man. You're telling me to call a plumber, bro. I've had Roto-Rooter out here. I know Roto-Rooter. That's a plumber, bro. How you gonna tell me to call a plumber for my nose, man? You know? Alright. Alright, let's start looking up some news, guys. One that everybody seems to be telling me to look at is FTSV. I'm going to look at CPHI first, and then we're going to take a look at FTSV. I'm pretty sure FTSV, I'm pretty sure it's an acquisition or a buyout is what it looks like. I looked at it earlier. It looks like an acquisition, to be honest. So we'll take a look. Just because I'm curious now, we're going to look at FTSV first. Like I said, though, I'm pretty sure this is a acquisition or a buyout of some sort. Alright, my computer's freezing up. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is an acquisition or a buyout, but I'll take a look at it. Okay, so yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. So Gilead Sciences is going to buy 47, which is FTSV, for 4.9 billion. Is what the deal is. So it's a buyout by Gilead Sciences, which is GILD, if I remember correctly. GILD is going to buy 47, which is FTSV, for 4.9 billion. Is the deal for STFC. So it's a buyout, which means it might not move. It's worth the watch, but that's what the deal is for FTSV. We also have CPHI. Like I said, this one's gapping up from 57 all the way to 108. So this is China Pharmaceutical Holdings, and they launched a new product. They announced that their subsidiary, Hanan Helpsin Pharmaceuticals and Biotechnology Company, which is just called Helpsin, launched a new product, which is the wash-free sanitizer. And I'll go ahead and quote this, and this is an article from China Pharma Holdings, which is CPHI, and I'll just go ahead and quote this. Quote, During the outbreak of the novel coronavirus, there's a strong market demand for urgently needed disinfection products, whether in professional medical institution or daily life. Daily disinfection has become a necessary step to avoid potential exposure to the virus. In response to the government's call to combat the novel coronavirus and to address people's daily health protection needs, Helpson has leveraged the advantage of its pharmaceutical production facilities to launch this sterilization product in a short time. This product has received the production approval from the health authority, and Helpson has initiated the production process and will deliver the new product to the market soon. And again, it is a wash-free sanitizer. It is a wash-free sanitizer. What's up, Sean? What's up, brother? Who calls a house phone, man? Who calls a house phone? It's gotta be spam or marketers, man. Who calls a house phone? I'm gonna hang up on them if they keep calling. Alright, I'm hanging up on them. We got stuff to do over here, man. We can't be listening to those pesky house phone calls. Who calls a house phone anyway? You know? Alright. Alright. We got a few people asking for the TEF sleep. Hey, good luck, guys. Like I said, if y'all do it, just have reasonable expectations. You know, have reasonable expectations. Treat it like a learning experience. If you're a good enough trader, I mean, go for it. You know, I'm not going to tell you not to, but if you're a new trader, have reasonable expectations. A large majority of traders lose their first account. And so, yeah, just good luck. You got this. But, you know. There you go. Alright. I know Taylor, listen. Taylor says, great question. Taylor says, who has a house phone? Valid, understandable question. The reason I have a house phone is because when Comcast signed me up here, they made me have a house phone. It was a bundle that they could save me prices, right? Damn Comcast, man. And I don't think I've ever used that thing. I don't think I've ever dialed a number on that phone ever. I've never even answered it, I don't think. Anybody that calls that house phone, they have to know it's never getting answered. I'm just going to straight up hang up on them because if you know me well enough to call my cell phone, man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Just call my cell phone. Don't call my house phone. Why do we even have a house phone? I'm understandably against a house phone anyway. Plus, the caller ID is broken on my house phone, and so there's no way I'm answering that phone right now, you know? Alright. Hey, thank you for the sub, bro. Appreciate the sub, man. I can't pronounce that, but I appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button if y'all haven't already. Click the bell. You know you want to. Smash that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Show support for what we do here. Yeah, 100% two-way. 100%, man. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, but yeah, CPHI, they put out a new hand sanitizer product. My release was put out by the actual company, and so maybe a little bit of a fluff, but maybe not. Apparently, it's supposed to be some new product. We also have TRIL gapping up from 505 to 760 here. TRIL. I know this is I'm pretty sure this is a coronavirus stock as well. Alright, but yeah, TRIL, we got a few people asking me a question. Just found this channel through search. What's your thoughts on the coronavirus's effect on the market? Okay, so I think the coronavirus's effect on the market is very simple, okay? It's obviously causing our market to go down. It's causing some pretty big skepticism, and the main reason it's doing that is because of manufacturing issues. You know, a lot of stuff comes from China, you know, from all these different products and all these different companies in the world. A lot of them outsource to China. A lot of them use Chinese products that were made in China to build their products themselves. And so they rely on Chinese imports to run their business. And so when China is kind of in a state like it is right now with the coronavirus, obviously that's going to negatively influence our market. Right, that's the real reason the market is down, is because manufacturing is down because China can't put out their usual numbers because they're dealing with an emergency with the coronavirus. All right, that's the number one thing. The second thing that you can really take from that, let me turn this down because this is kind of playing in my headphones. The second thing that you can really take from that is if the coronavirus turns out to not be as serious as, you know, we think it was, or we think it will, or if it blows over in China and people start to go back to normal life, manufacturing starts to go back to normal production numbers, then our market will almost certainly bounce back. If it doesn't go back to our normal numbers and so with that said, before I go on to anything else, with that said, if you think the Chinese economy will go back to its normal levels and that production will go back to its normal numbers and that their manufacturing will go back to normal, then this sounds like a pretty good dip buy in the overall market, if I'm being completely honest. You know, but the problem is that if the market actually does that or not, and that's a big question. We'll see. You know, it depends on how long it takes as well. But that's really what I think people should really understand, is that the drop in the market isn't from fears of the coronavirus. The drop in the market is from fears of manufacturing and production. That's the real fears of the market, because, you know, the market is made up of all these other companies that rely on China for manufacturing. And so it's just about how long you think it's going to take the Chinese economy to rebound, if and when. And that's the big thing. You know, if you think that the Chinese economy is going to rebound within the next, I don't know, few months, then it sounds like a pretty good dip buy. I'm sure our market will bounce right back to normal. Another thing to consider is that our market really only got to the levels that it's at now within the last few months. You know, our market has really pushed up the last few months prior to this outbreak. And so some might call our market extended to a certain extent anyway. But that's the thing you really have to consider. If you think the Chinese economy is going to bounce back, then this sounds like a pretty good dip buy. If you think specifically their manufacturing numbers are going to go back to normal, then it sounds like a pretty good dip buy. If you don't, then we'll see what happens. I'm sure when the coronavirus hits the U.S., our market is going to drop more. And so that is something to probably consider as well. And when I say hits the U.S., I mean like significantly hits the U.S. And so those are all things to consider. In the end, I'm not an expert. I'm not a market guru. I'm definitely not much of a long-term investor. It's just pure speculation on my end. And so I hope all of that makes sense. That's just kind of my view on it. Alright, somebody said the music was too loud, so I turned it down. Let me know if that works. Okay, so TRIL is cancer testing biotech stock, pre-revenue. Okay, I got you. Here, I'll look it up. I appreciate it. Alright, I'm not seeing any recent catalysts for Trill. I'm just going to go by what Rumo said, which is that Trill is a cancer-testing biotech stock. I saw that it was halted and ran up huge on the 28th, but there was no cause for it. Alright, and then it's basically denying that it knows what the cause of this big move that it made in the last few days is. So yeah, basically Trill put out an article that said they wish to confirm they're not aware of any information related to the company that would account for recent increase in market price. That's total BS, man. That's total nonsense. I listen, this is a pump and dump, but it's all speculation, I guess. But it seems, yeah. This thing was at 24 cents in November. Now it's at $5. Went as high as $6. And I think it's total BS that they don't know what caused it. They almost certainly know what caused this big move, and they are just playing dumb. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, so we also have BIMI. We got a few other movers here. This one's been spiking and failing, but BIMI is up. You can check that one out. We got CODX, which is, I could look up this one just because this one's a little bit more expensive now, and it's actually effectively run up the last few months. CODX is up after they're providing coronavirus testing kits to the US CLIA laboratories, is the reason CODX is up. So again, I'll restate that. CODX is up after they stated that they're going to be providing coronavirus testing kits to the US CLIA laboratories. Alright. Hey, love you. Have a good day. Alright. Hey, buddy, come here. Come here, buddy. Hey, dude. Have a good day at school, man. Love you. Alright. Here, no. Get out of the stream. He's trying to wave. I see you. I see you trying to wave. You want to wave? Come here. No, you got to get over here. Look. There you are. Wave. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, there you go. Alright, get out of here. Nah, can't. No. Alright. Here, hold on. Alright. But yeah, that's CODX. They're providing coronavirus testing kits for US CLIA. And so we'll see what happens with CODX here as well. We also have a few other movers here. We got DVAX, which looks alright. We got SURF, which looks alright. We got SPGI, which is gapping up some. The other one we got is Space, which is gapping up some. I don't know why this one's moving up. Let's take a look. Everybody loves my son over here, man. You know, I should bring him on the stream more. You know, start pumping some serious views on this stream. You know, I should bring him on here more. You know, start putting him in the thumbnail. Get some great views for the stream. You know, but nah, he's cool. He's smart. He's a little math whiz. All right, but yeah, Space. We're gonna look up this catalyst here as well. What's up, Shiz? What's up, man? Yeah, it's been a while, brother. Hope you're doing well too, man. Oh, we got Mitch in here. Let's get Mitch to join. Alright, let me make sure the volume is right. Yo, what's up, man? All right. Let me know how the volume for the music is right now. Giving them a count to trade? Yeah, man. Start them early, you know. SGMO's on a failed push towards 920s, 940s. Alright, let me check that one out. I'm going to look up space real quick, and then I got you. Let me see. I'm not seeing any actual catalysts for SPCE. I'm not seeing any catalyst for SPCE. If you guys see it, let me know, but it's up. Is Mitch here? Do I just not hear him? Hold on. I know y'all can hear him. Yo, Mitch, you there, bro?
Yo.
There he is. What's up, bro? I couldn't hear you. My headphones were turned out, man. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? What's going on, man? Good morning.
I'm chilling, man. I'm drinking my R2D2 mug, you know?
Hey. Swag.
My son was just on stream, you know, pumping these numbers up, you know? Anyways. How did you meet Mitch? Have you guys ever hung out in real life? So Mitch, I actually met Mitch in the comment section. We turned into trading buddies before the channel really got big. And, you know, now he's my partner in it. But, yeah, that's how I met him.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
All right. SGMO? Would you like me to... SGMO? All right, I got you. Hold on. SGMO. This one's not moving too much. I'll look up this one, and then I might hand it over to Mitch. Oh, we got Twitter that I got to look at. Unless Mitch wants to go over that one. Unless you already got something to say.
You could run that one. No worries.
So yeah, SGMO Therapeutics announced participation in an upcoming investor conference. Alright, so they're going to be at the Cohen 40th Annual Healthcare Conference, the Barclays Global Healthcare Conference as well for SGMO. We also have Twitter today, TWTR, gapping up from 33.20s to 35.67. I'm seeing an article that says the coronavirus is hitting the Dow, but GE and Twitter are still rising. Twitter shares are up after a Bloomberg report that said activist hedge fund Elliott Management is looking to oust the social media company's chief executive, Jack Dorsey. The hedge fund, and this is all quoting from, where is this? Dow Jones Newswires. The hedge fund, led by Paul Singer, also named 4 people to its board, according to reports. So I guess people are bullish on that sentiment of getting Jack out of there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's why Twitter is up. And so yeah, that's basically it. We got some gap downs, like I said, NVAX, which is a coronavirus stock, down some, but it's not down very, it's not down that much. We got a few other ones here. AHPI, EN, LV. We got DGAZ, which I believe is crude. Or no, this is natural gas. So natural gas seems to be down. Crude is down as well, it looks like. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll push it over to Mitch if Mitch has got anything. PODD. Yeah, not really too much action in the gap down market today. So you got stuff you want to check out, Mitch? I'll throw you up.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Just pulling up the chat here. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Let's see what we got in the chat today. All right. Let me pull this up here. Boom. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Stuckley, Wilton, Get Money, Gustavo, Joe, Sean, Gold, Howard. Oh, two-way in the house. Rumos, Leo, Samuel, Amber, Pat, Darren, Keenan, Miguel. What's going on, guys? Good morning, Mr. G. It's good to see you guys. Good to have you guys as part of us. And let's go ahead and get through some stocks, see what's going on. Definitely having volatile times right now in the market, so gonna see what's gonna happen today. And man, did we get hit on last week, going down all the way down to almost the 280s there. Well, we got in the 280s. We just almost didn't get to at 280 pricing, where I would really be concerned about. Once we break that, I would really be kind of worried we'll be into 2015 profits and 2014 profits. We're talking about wiping out 5 years of gains in the overall market. And that's when, investors, I think, will really start worrying. Half a decade of your profits just kind of disappearing will definitely put some worry into you.
Yep.
But good morning. How we doing?
It's like I said, man, if anybody tries to pretend, if anybody has any type of long-term investment in this market and they try to pretend like they're not scared, they're full of it, man. They're lying. We'll see what happens, but it's a little scary, bro. It's a little scary,
Good morning. How we doing, Todd? How we doing, Amber? Yeah, man, there's a lot going on, man, and I got some interesting news, some articles that probably most people aren't reading today. We can go over some stocks. Really, I think today is really not one of those days where you should focus so much on particular stock headlines, unless you feel that the stock is going to trade strictly based off that news. Because a lot of the market right now is moving because the overall market is going with such high volatility. Some of these stocks that got hit on the downside and got hit hard, they're good stocks. They've been having good earnings, they've been working their business and have good strategic outlook, but they're still pulling back. Why? That's because the overall market. So at times like these, you got to understand that it's going to be a little bit confusing for you new traders. Traders that have never seen moments like this get really confused on why things are going down, even though the stock comes out with positive news, or why are things going down, even though the stock has great earnings. A clear example of that one would be like, let's say Disney. People thought Disney was going to the moon a couple months ago when Disney Plus came out. And a whole mess of people got into this stock, and they got into it where in the 140s, and they thought that, this was going to 200 or something like that. Now that's erased all their profits, and they're deep in the red, and stuff like this can really get you caught. What you need to do is always understand that at the end of the day, Disney doesn't have a bad valuation here. Their earnings don't make sense for it to be down this much. So of course, with that kind of outlook, you can see stocks bouncing back in the long term for long-term investment. But of course, we're day traders here. We're just trying to get the momentum push in a certain direction and trying to capitalize on that. So I'm just going to go into certain news versus going into a particular stock. Everyone's just really focused on coronavirus. So I got a couple of news today that is interesting, some stuff to think about, and some stuff that I think most people aren't thinking about. Okay, so one of the things that I found today, which is kind of really sad news, is kind of and I'm going to put the headline out. I'll put the article actually in the chat so you guys can go to it if you guys want. It's an article from Business Insider, and they state that the Wuhan coronavirus has hit, I'm not exactly sure to pronounce this, maybe somebody can pronounce it better than me, but Zhejiang, where China has imprisoned at least 1 million Uyghur Muslims. So the real concerning part is these are really filthy detention camps, really bad kind of standards of living in those detention camps. And we're talking about at least 1 million. Some think that there's up to 2 to 3 million people there. And, that can be really detrimental to at least the death rate and kind of the infections if it's hitting prisons or detention camps that don't really have the defense to really keep all these inmates healthy.
Right. That would be a scary thing, man. To be in jail in China right now, that'd be scary, bro.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, just think about it. I mean, and they imprison a lot of people. I mean, if they say at least 1 million people here, there's a quote in the article by Dongsin Isa, is the president of the world's Uyghur Congress Exile Group, and they said that the lives of millions of people will be at stake. And, you know, it's pretty much up to China and seeing what they can do to kind of keep these people safe. But it really doesn't look like they have much fighting chance, if a lot of people in China are getting sick with the quarantine being implemented and still getting sick. And these people are not going to have nowhere near the kind of advantages that those people had.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they also said like one of the something recent that came out is that the standard of medical care in the country dictates a lot of what the death rate is, right? So it's like if the country on average has a worse standard of medical care, then they found statistically, I mean, and it may be a little self-evident, but they found statistically that the death rate is going to be higher. And so that is something to consider with the coronavirus as well. I think that the death rate numbers are going to be skewed from people that don't get medical care, but that is something to consider as well.
All right, guys. And so a news title that's kind of attached to the same kind of information here. I got a really negative report here on Business Insider for Apple. I think it's really going to hit Apple hard. Apple is a company that likes to hold themselves very high for their standard. Reason why is they're a worldwide company. They don't want to be trying to take advantage of any type of people, and they state that often, that they want to be kind of a company that they can stand for in the worldwide standard, not just United States standards. And this is really negative news. This is a quote from Apple, and this is from a spokesman, and it said that Apple is dedicated to ensuring that everyone in the supply chain is treated with dignity and respect they deserve. But this report came out that these kind of workers, these Uyghur labor, kind of these Muslim workers, are getting put to work in these iPhone supplier factories right now in China because the coronavirus is out. So they're being forced to work here. That's really the key. That's really the key here, is that it's supposedly an estimate of 80,000 of them were transferred to factories and forced to work.
Man.
So that's a really negative sign, I think, for Apple, for them to kind of allow this to happen under their eyes. Certainly. and the Chinese government allowing this to happen. So
it's certainly
I think
this
is a negative. Yeah, definitely have a negative effect on Apple.
Yeah, I think it's going to at least be some pretty bad PR, honestly. It sounds bad. This is the first time I've heard about it, and that sounds terrible. And so,
yeah, it's one of these news articles right now that's not getting paid attention to, but I think that some bigger investors are going to really see this and kind of get worried, at least in Apple.
Yeah, for sure.
In that article, I'm putting up a quote here on the chat that I think is really important. It's not only Apple that it's tied to this. You have Nike, BMW, Amazon that are all attached to this. And so this is not good for those companies.
Certainly not.
They're definitely going to wake up today and be like, whoa, we need to find out if this is really happening.
Yeah, we got to do damage control, and they're going to be scrambling, I think,
Yeah. And these are from Business Insider, so a really reputable source. They're not going to put it out if it's not true.
Right.
So another one that it actually leads into is something different. Okay, so I know that a lot of people are paying attention to coronavirus because of earnings and because of just worldwide panic, Right. But one of the things that I'm trying to focus on is, what are the slight things here that we can trade on? What can we focus on, or maybe find that people aren't paying attention to, that we can find? I always like taking a look at the news like this, because what you can do is you can be kind of more of an innovator in the decision making process. You can try to find the trades earlier and seeing if the data, kind of the charts, are matching what you're finding, or what you can create a theory on. And so one of the things that I started focusing on is how could this be affected by the China and USA deal, the trade deal? You know, most people aren't talking about this, but what can be affected by it? So I did a little research, and I found this article here on the Washington Examiner. I'm going to put it up in the chat because I always like to put it up, especially on something like this that is a long article that you might want to read to get your own biased opinion to it. But of course, I'm going to go ahead and go over it. It says that coronavirus could spur China to fulfill agriculture purchases and promises to the United States. You know, how to really trade this, you have to really start doing your, what I call bottom down analysis, where you get the idea and the theory, and then you work your way up. So a lot of what was said here is, this is from Derek Scissor, a resident scholar at a nonprofit organization. He said that the underlying Chinese demand for U.S. farm good might actually be caused to be higher because of the crisis. So if the Chinese demand for U.S. farm good is going to be higher because of the crisis, and then Chinese promised us to buy back $200 billion of U.S. goods and services as part of the phase 1 trade deal, they might actually go on that promise. They might actually fulfill it. And a lot of times China backs up on these deals and doesn't fulfill what they kind of stated earlier. But because of the high kind of demand that's going to be for U.S. farmed good, because they're not going to have farm goods in China, you know, they're going to have to rely on outside sources. And, you know, China's manufacturing output has fallen drastically. And so with that, they're going to have to look elsewhere. And other countries might actually look elsewhere. They might actually come to the United States looking for U.S. farmed goods. Because why? Because the other major economy, the Chinese economy, is going to be struggling so badly. So, of course, you know, this doesn't have, I can't attach this to a particular stock just yet. But if you wanted, you could look at futures and stuff like that and trade off of that. But the real cool thing is that at least I feel like there's a concept of knowledge here and understanding that, hey, always look for something underlining. There's always something that you can find to trade, especially at times of volatility like this. You just need to go ahead and do a little bit more research so that you can have at least kind of a theoretical approach, then have some charts to back it up and take a shot.
Yep. I definitely agree. I think looking for confirmation in your chart patterns is crucial, and you know, it's something that you really start to learn and delve more into as you mature as a trader, for sure.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for me and my kind of weird news searching, but just really wanted to find some things that most people aren't reading today, but could be definitely play an impact.
Yeah, for sure. I liked it, man. I liked it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the major market news right now. I'm just going to look at the overall SPY. As you guys can see, just to take a little bit more broad look at the overall market here on a 5-minute chart, maybe even a 15-minute chart. The market has absolutely tanked in the last, in the last 5 days. Yesterday, it looks like we might have put in a bottom. This was the first day where we actually went green out of this last big drop, which was Friday. Friday was the first day we actually went green. We are up to 297. We're actually rebounding a little bit in pre-market, and we have since broken over the previous closing price. You can see the previous closing price was 296.26. We are currently at 297.27, and so the market is slightly up here, and so even what I'm about to read might be a little bit lagging behind this recent market move, which just happened in the last 3 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and read this anyway, and this is the ETF preview, the ETF preview for today. And this, again, the source is MT Newswires, and again, I'm going to go ahead and read this. So it says, quote, Stock futures extended their losses ahead of the opening bell as concerns over the spread of the COVID-19 cases continued after the U.S. reported its first coronavirus death. Investors continue to be worried over the impact of the outbreak on the global economies, particularly on China, the world's largest economy. China's Purchasing Managers Index tumbled to 35.7 in February, its lowest level on record, and down from 50 in January. Economists are now forecasting that China's economy will shrink in the first quarter of 2020 from the fourth quarter of 2019, Bloomberg News reported. And in economic data news, the February reading of the Purchasing Managers Manufacturing Index will be out at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, so that's 8:45 my time, so that's about 30 minutes away, but 25 minutes away, really. With expectations for 50.8 according to Econoday estimates compared with the prior level of 51.9. We can delve a little bit deeper into commodities. Crude is up 0.7%. The U.S. oil fund is down 0.1%. Natural gas is up 2.2%, and the U.S. natural gas fund is up 1.5%. Gold is up 2.4%, with the Spider Gold Trust being up 1.6%. Silver up 2.5%, and the iShares Silver Trust being up 1.3%. And so, yeah, that's the market news. Like I said, though, recently, just now, the SPY itself, at least, just broke over the previous closing price at 296.26, and it's up to 297.45. And so it's up over $1 from the previous close, which is good. We'll see what happens with the market today. We desperately need a green day, and hopefully we can get some good movement in the market. Let's see what we got. Less than 15 minutes, yes sir. One live corona patient encountered in India today. The Indian markets fell down in the last hour. Man. Doesn't India already have a few coronavirus patients? Let me see.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so 3 more cases of the coronavirus, including Italian national.
See how the European markets are doing.
Scary. Alright, so I've been on a 2-day green streak, and I'm not going to blame me shaving my beard, but it was certainly shaving my beard's fault. I blame my wife, Carol. She made me shave my beard, and now I've lost the last 2 days in a row. Prior to shaving my beard, I was on a 7-day green streak, and so it was certainly shaving my beard, and I blame my wife personally. But the SPY is up to 297s. AMD has, I believe, rebounded as well. It's in green territory. So yeah, AMD is actually rebounding as well with this market in green territory. We got CGC. Right. Yeah, go ahead.
European markets stating that stocks are clinging to stimulus hopes and kind of meeting a balance point right now. Not going really up, not going really down. At least from Europe today. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I'm up so late over here on my side because I work late, but I get to see the European market open a lot of the times. And I try to pay attention to it. You know, I like watching Bloomberg sometimes late at night, and I watch the market open in Europe, and it's pretty interesting. You know?
Yep. It's a little scary, bro. It's a little scary.
You know, one time I was watching Chinese stocks, and I saw a huge VWAP bounce. Made me interested in trading the Chinese markets. I was just up late, and I was like, you know what? Let me pull this chart up with the market open. Let me see if I would trade in China right now. What would I do?
I don't know if I would, man. They're a little. From what I understand, they move completely different than us. Like overseas markets, they move completely different than us. But I've never really analyzed them, to be honest. I've heard a lot about the Australian market because I was a big fan of Chat with Traders, and I've heard a lot about the English market because I used to watch that show Millionaire Traders, or no, it was I don't know what it was. something Trader Millionaires. There's a few good old trading shows on, and so I was always curious about the UK market as well, but never traded them. Costco stores worldwide have panic buying. Yeah, I bet, man. I bet people are stocking up on everything.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
The stuff that won't keep you safe.
Right. Honestly, I'm surprised my wife hasn't been stocking up on more stuff. I mean, we're pretty straight with all the stuff we have here, but still, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of the things that people think can help you are really working.
Yeah. My wife made me shave, so a mask would work better, you know.
Yeah, like most people think, I mean, like the same example of a mask. I mean, I don't think that's gonna really keep you if you're really involved with someone that's sick.
Yeah, no, certainly. Yeah, you're SOL regardless, man. Whether I shave or not ain't gonna do nothing, man. But
Yeah.
you know, whatever makes people feel better.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. I can't blame them though. You know, it's just like I can't blame people for if you want to stay home.
Right. Yeah.
That's on you.
Honestly, I kind of do. Honestly, want to stay home. The way I see it, if I stay home and just don't leave the house, I shouldn't get the coronavirus, man. Keep my family here. We got enough food. We're hanging out. You know.
All right, guys. Getting to 9:26 on my side. This is when you really want to have your trades kind of down packed. What you want to trade, what you want to do here. The way I feel I need to trade, at least in these moments right now, is so times where I've seen big down moves. What I usually see the next days are either we get quick bounces to resistance, which are quick up moves, but not consistently going up. And then we could also get those quick down moves out the gate. So I'm gonna look for quick fades that are coming from higher levels in pre-market. I don't want to see them really coming from lower levels. I want it to see kind of like a stock trying to break out in pre-market and then just completely wipe out at the open. Or I want to see stocks that are pushed down on the daily chart, really have been pushed down, and then immediately erupt out the gates.
What do you think about LK
stocks? That's one of my top charts right above me.
Let me see.
And why? Because it's down on the daily chart.
All you have is Disney up there.
I got you. And I got it on my other chart up top. So it's down on the daily chart, bouncing off of this 36.86 support. Has a good amount of consolidation in this area. And I know if it gets above 42, it'll be looking bullish again. So with that, I'll be looking for a move towards 42 today. It's already making a move pre-market. So with that, I'm going to be waiting for pullbacks in this stock. Can't just jump in it here at the top. This is the one thing that you wouldn't want to truly trade on the upside. The same thing like I talked about a little bit earlier. A stock that's at the top of the range is not a stock that I want to trade long. If it's at the bottom of the range, then I'll start trying to take it long because it should break out with a significant move.
Yeah, for sure. All right, team. We got about a minute and 20 seconds left. Let's do this. Should be a fun day. Yeah, I see Tesla bouncing back a little bit. I'm going to be watching Twitter kind of today, see what we get with that one. AMD is moving pretty volatile, so as always, I'll probably keep an eye on that one. I'm going to keep an eye on cannabis here too. Maybe like MU, but I will be watching the SPY as well some. And then I'll probably watch Tesla, LK, like Gideon said. Shout out to Gideon. Yeah, should be a fun day. We'll see what we get. All right, guys, we got less than a minute. Before the bell rings, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button, click the bell. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. We are not experts or gurus here. We just teach you what works for us. And, we're just a free resource and community for traders to get together and learn. We dropped a really cool backtesting class that was over 25 minutes long. If you want to check out some free courses and classes on just stuff that we've learned along the way on our trading journey. And like I said, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. So if you want to show support for our free community here, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and good luck in the markets, guys. Let's do this. We got 3 seconds, so good luck. The bell's about to ring. Let's trade.
Let's do this, traders. You guys got this.
What's up, Eagles? What's up, brother? It's once in a lifetime, so Sam apparently thinks we're going to bounce back. I kind of agree with you to a certain extent. Like I said, I think you have to understand, like, our market is dropping because manufacturing is low because of the impact on the Chinese economy. And so if you think the coronavirus will eventually blow over, it might be a pretty solid dip buy, like a pretty solid buy pullback. Again, it's all speculation on whether the Chinese economy will improve enough to go back to their usual numbers. I do think eventually we will, but it's just about when and how far we go down.
Right now, I see the only thing I see moving is CrowdStrike.
Yeah, I see SPY's up a little bit, MU dropping, AMD dropping, Tesla up a little bit.
LK, quick drop there. Might take a fade on LK here. 1445s would be the entry, 65s would be the risk.
Costco down. At least I'm assuming it's Costco. Yeah, it is.
All right, order out there, guys, to fill at VWAP for LK. Let's see if it comes back, bouncing back here.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Lenny. Welcome to the team. Hey, remember, guys, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to watch us day trade every day. We do this live for free.
Right out the gates there, this is what I wanted to see. Remember I talked about it, guys. Stock at the top of the range, pulling back, look for fades. That's what I'm looking for now.
So CTC is kind of testing that previous closing price at around 1870s, and it's getting rejected, and it looks like a fade there as well. I don't hate that, and then you could just kind of use that previous closing price as a risk level, and if it breaks above that, I see some bullish action, but as long as it maintains below that previous close at 1878, looks good for a fade.
SPCE, might look for a fade in there. This would be a VWAP reject, but I'm gonna look for it. 2730s.
APT halt. What's up, outsiders? Yeah, APT just straight down. Alpha Pro Tech, which is APT, is a medical mask company that has put in, like, I think it was like 16 million orders, or $16 million in orders in the last few weeks.
I'm looking for a bounce to VWAP here. Not getting it right now.
There goes CGC. Beautiful fade. Just broke lows after pulling back to that previous closing price. So hope somebody got it, but looked good.
Yeah, LK's pulled back too far now. No, I don't like it. But things did flip there. I'm looking for a space here. Space also. Also watching EMPH. Not getting fades. Got a lot of you have rejections, but not too many bounces of you have.
What's up, Jerome? Good morning, brother.
LL, another fade possibility. LL.
AMD down. SPY kind of pulling back a little bit. I'm gonna go to the restroom, guys. Take my daily restroom break, so I'll leave Mitch up. So hold it down, bro. I'll be back.
No stress. Looking for things to bounce here so I can get into some fades here, guys. Biggest stock on the downside is actually MIK. Ooh, that stock does not look good. All right, guys, not really seeing much out there right now. Looking for a good stock to trade. Not seeing anything in my patterns, so if I don't see anything in my patterns, then just won't take a trade. All right, here comes a lot of bounces, guys. Try to attack the right risk to reward when you go to these bounces here. Big push up here. Just gotta be careful with some stocks here. Catch up with the chat. What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Watching this square here. Want to see it hold this trend here and come back down.
All right, I'm back. What's up, team?
What's up, man? Things
Chilling
bouncing
here.
back, man. Things bouncing back. Might have some fade opportunity on some stocks, but
Yeah, I think the SPY is battling that previous closing price right now, which is at 296.33. So it's kind of
yeah, very vital.
yeah.
Right now, watching the Square and EMPH, the two that I'm launching right now. Could look for CGC to come back also.
AMD doesn't look that bad if it pulls back there too. Space is kind of pulling back to the VWAP. A lot of stuff is, maybe Twitter too. Yeah, I see that one, Marcus. Blake, CODX, and IBIO drop.
Square just got a 280,000 share order at 82.50.
Space at VWAP, pulling back CGC, AMD. All of these are at VWAP. The SPY kind of bounced at the previous closing price, and so I think that's causing a little bit of a bounce in a lot of these.
Want to get in Square? I saw that sell at 82.50.
Yeah, I don't mind that one because the previous closing price on Square is at 83.33, so it's actually pretty tight risk if you use that previous close as your risk.
Yeah, I'm trying to let it pop up here above VWAP. And it did for a second there, but I thought it was going to get to this 27. Could just get hit here. I'm waiting. EMPH there, where I like it. See if I can get 90s or in the 50s here.
Yeah, CGC at VWAP getting rejected at that $0.50. Space there too.
Having an order out for EMPH there, also at 50.10, and I'm going to look to also get Square here. Been trying to get it above 83s. Let's see if I can get that. Trying to get filled at 50.10 for EMPH. Let's see if I can get that fill too. The spread is what's keeping me out of it right now. I don't want to just jump in there on the bad part of the spread there. All right, there's Square pushing up there. Significant amount. Just got to watch it reject here first.
Hey, what's up, Tiny? Good morning. The spread on Square is 18 cents. That's what I'm seeing.
Woo. XLU going up, guys. ETF for you guys. XLU. That's the energy. Oh, it actually was breaking down. My bad. The wrong alert there. It's my downside alert. All right. Got in there. EMPH. Great fill there, guys. 50-30. 50-13s there, guys. All right, guys. Going to look to increase this. Order out here to increase here above 50s. I'll try to get 100 more here. See if we can get a little bounce here in the 50s. If not, just let it keep going down. Doing the fade here. Risk right now is off above this 33. 20-cent risk right now. All right, there's 50s, 50-24s. Spread here is about 20 cents here, so you gotta be careful. You see? That's why you gotta be careful, guys. The spread just jumped on me 20 cents. About to get out if anything fills up here. All right, some shares filling there at 43. Trying to see if I'm going to get a quick dip here. Not just got to respect that line that I drew. All right, rejection there.
CODX and IBIO at VWAP. I wonder if CODX is tradable for us. I know it's more expensive now, and I don't think it is. No, it's not, unfortunately. Kind of want to take CGC if it bounces up here for the fake out fade.
Yeah, I liked it for the fade earlier. All right.
Costco on the move, trying to break 300. Yeah, I think people are going to be stocking up on stuff. So a wholesaler, a bulk wholesaler is going to be doing well in this market. Yeah, up to 299.50s.
All right, guys, at least we got a good defined risk now. Want this to stay underneath this trend line here, guys. Back to the 90s. Let's see if it's going to do a red to green VWAP bounce here and squeeze me out, or if it's going to fulfill the fade for me.
All right, we got possibly the dumbest comment I've ever seen in our Discord. Possibly the dumbest comment, man. It literally goes, this guy in our Discord said, "My goal is to make money. I don't care to learn anything. You can learn all you want. It won't help you against a fat A drop." The dumbest comment ever, ladies and gentlemen. Because the problem is that you have to learn to make money. If you don't learn anything, you're just gambling. You're just flipping a coin, team. You're just betting on red. You know, that's all you're doing. If you don't want to learn anything, you just want to make money. It's the same reason I see new traders lose their tail because they're not in it to trade small. They're in this to make money. And so they're going to buy 1,000 shares as a trader that only started learning how to trade a week ago. They're going to buy 1,000 shares because, again, they're in this to make money. You know, they're not in this to learn anything. The dumbest comment ever, man. You know, what if an electrical engineer said, "I'm here to be an engineer. I'm not here to learn how to."
I'm sorry to interrupt, John, but space looks interesting.
See, I'm about to jump in a little bit of CGC here. I just jumped in with 100 shares of CGC with the fake out fade. I'm risking off of 68. Just a little baby trade here. But yeah, the dumbest comment ever, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the reason it's dumb is because you have to learn. Like, you can't just trade the market and not learn anything. You can't just trade the market without learning. You have to learn. Like I said, it's like somebody going into the electrical engineering space and saying, I'm here to be an engineer. I'm not here to learn how to be an engineer. I'm just here to be one. I'm just going to be one. You know? Stupidest comment ever. Just makes no sense. You know? Just somebody trying to sound cool is all it really is. It's just somebody trying to sound cool. That's all it is. Probably a kid, you know.
You know it.
Yeah.
It's the guy that says, I should have shorted Tesla last week.
Yeah. You know. Right. Yeah. Certainly.
I had some people like talking about that, like, oh man, I should have had a Tesla put.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's not the way to do it.
Right. Like, yeah, in hindsight, it's easy to say, yeah, I should have had one. But it's one of the riskiest things ever. I mean, listen, you know, if you do your research, I'm not going to hate on a Tesla put. You know what I mean? You can make money from a Tesla put. I'm not mad at you if you trade a Tesla put, you know? All right. Hey, beautiful fake out fade. I'm going to take a little bit of profit there, actually, from CGC, since it's just a little baby trade. But nice little trade so far. Took profits.
Ooh.
Fake out fade. Beautiful.
I'm getting interested in space. I really did like that one there.
It looks like a fake out fade. It looks like a fake out fade. If it can bounce up to like,
oh,
yeah, 2680s, exactly. If it can bounce up there, it's solid.
Yeah, it was solid already. It just failed. There it went. That's a nice fade there, guys.
Right,
I need to take multiple positions. I need to start trying to practice that, guys. I'm gonna start trying that.
We're gonna see if we can break the lows of the day here for CGC. I'm right at the low.
Definitely did like that one though.
$31s, 30s. There we go.
The CGC life.
Yep, I nailed that fake out fade.
That was an easy
pretty
chart there.
Super pretty, yeah, for sure. I'm in with 100 shares, but I'm making like $20, and so you know, I'll take it. Green's green, you know. I'm just building a cushion. I'm gonna get out here and just it's finding too much support there. But yeah, I'm out. Nice little $15 win. I'll take it. I'm just trying to find something to do while I'm waiting for my time to trade. So yeah, but I got in and out. Mitch is killing it on EMPH here with 100 shares, man. That dude got
trying to take a little bit off here.
Yeah, Mitch got $100 win with 100 shares on EMPH. So beautiful trade, brother.
Boom.
Nice work, man. That's a limit.
You see? Even I struggle with my order form sometimes, guys.
I got you, bro. I got you, man. I'm on that, man.
No, I just had to cancel some orders too, and so with that, you know, being said, I took 3/4 of the position off, guys. So there you go, guys. 3/4 of the position off. This will be my trade for the day because I felt the momentum there. I didn't take space. That would have been my other trade. I need to really work on when I see that momentum, take your shot. Because if you take your shot on multiple stocks, what I'm starting to realize is that correlation should help me. Maybe one goes in my direction from my pattern. So that's going to be what I'll be working on, guys.
Hey, nice trade, brother.
I'm going to try to attack kind of the same, look for different stocks at the same time. Take a smaller share size, but also attack multiple stocks at the same time. I'm going to start really practicing that. I think that I can evolve my game that way. And you always got to look at different ways to evolve your game.
Yeah, certainly, man. And that actually works really well. I've done that a solid amount before, which, like you said, just take small size and jump into multiple positions. And a lot of the time, if you trade, like when I was really active, I was doing that, and even if I have like 1 or 2 losses, it doesn't affect you as much a lot of the time because you're able to somewhat, not really hedge, isn't the real word for it, but you're able to kind of manage your winning and losing positions in a way where it made me less emotional and it made me do really well doing it. So I think you would probably do well doing that too, just kind of managing both. But
Yep. All right, guys. At least for EMPH, we're gonna set a stop here with the rest of the amount of money that we have, and we're just gonna let it work.
I love Texas Trader's comment here and love it, man. Exactly why somebody acting like that in the Discord is hilarious, because it's like Texas Trader said I should have nailed that 12-team parlay last month in Vegas. Right. That's the exact same thing as kind of like saying, yeah, I should have put a put on Tesla last week.
I'm a parlay guy. I don't know. I don't know. You're talking to the parlay champion over here.
Mitch and I vastly disagree on this. Vastly disagree.
Hey,
I think
I'm gonna have to show my winnings.
We're gonna you and I are gonna have to bet. I'll bet MMA. You bet parlay in sports, and we'll see who's better. I tell you, I'm a monster. I'm a beast at MMA betting. I don't parlay though. I think parlays are sucker bets. Too much variance and influence for me. But one thing you learn in betting, just like trading, is that everybody has their own style and preference. If it works, it works. I can't hate on you.
Yeah, man. You got to find what works for you. You got to find a strategy and stick to it and try to see if the stats back it up, just like you do in trading.
100%.
And it's all about execution, because you can have even the right strategy, but you don't execute it, it don't matter.
Okay.
Whether that be in sports, whether that be in trading, whether that be even in kind of life itself, man, where you're studying or you're doing things like that. You got to go ahead and practice it, see what you can do, find out, test it again. And that's really the approach. You can't really get down on yourself. All you can do is just really keep working at it and working towards your approach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Texas Solutions for the sub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the bell. We do this live for free every day. Shout out to my man Texas Solutions for the sub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
MU look interesting. That it looks like it's going to crack down there. The only thing is, I don't short stocks above VWAP, guys. Don't short stocks above VWAP. A lot of times, that's a very high risky strategy. But it does look like it's breaking down there. CRWD looks more interesting to me on a pop up here to VWAP, because it's been trying to break out and not being able to get above that 60. It could fail when it gets just above 60 here and has a dollar target. When I see a dollar target, 25-cent risk, it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I think another interesting one to look at, guys, is Costco. Costco put in some pretty nice highs right here, and if it pulls back to the VWAP at 296.80s, you could give yourself that pre-market high. Let me just throw this up really, really quick, and I'll put you right back up, Mitch.
No worries, you're good.
So if you look at this level here, if you use this level as a risk and it pulls back to the VWAP, you got a really tight risk level that you can use on a VWAP bounce setup. And so if it pulls back to here, you got a really tight risk, big reward target up here at like 300 maybe, and a really easy VWAP bounce play.
All right, guys, gonna go ahead and cover into this move here. Go ahead, John.
Oh, my bad. I think I accidentally took you down. There you go.
No, you're good, man. I'm just gonna cover out here.
I didn't really have much to say, brother, so you're good, man. Nice trade.
Covering out here, just letting the momentum break down, see if I can get 70s on the ass side. If not, just take the profit. There you go. Boom. Not bad. 79 there.
Nice.
Over $100 there, guys, on 100 shares there.
Beautiful trade, bro. Nice work. 100 shares, man. 100 shares. That means you got at least $1 per share. $1.05 per share.
Boom. Why was that important, guys? The risk to reward.
Yep.
That's the important thing, guys. Always risk to reward is what's going to get you there. Why did I take at the 30s? Because we were at another support line here.
Yeah, Mitch got over 50% of the entire day's move so far on EMPH. So nice work, brother. I think it's roughly like 60% really, but Nice job.
All right, guys, that's going to be my one and done trade. The only thing I could trade would be CRWD at VWAP and risking off of 60.25s. That's going to be the only trade I'm going to set up right now. If that works out right here, then I'll take it. If not, this will be it for me today, guys. But I'm going to stick around. I'll look at charts for you guys, especially you long traders and stuff like that. You want to take a look at some charts. This is when you guys can go ahead and start putting up some charts. I'll take a look.
Hey John, do we have any merch we can buy? Not right now, Tiny. I do have all those mugs, but I have to redo the website to add the merch page, and I just haven't really got around to it, so to speak. And so it is something I might do it a different way the next time we do merch, though. There's a way I can like partner with YouTube to where they will kind of throw the advertisements up. In there, so I might work my way into that, and I'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, I'll send you a bug, Tiny. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit late, and I was supposed to send you another one. During that time, I was super busy, but I got a little bit more free time now. So if you want a mug, Tiny, I got you. Just let me know. I still got like 100 or so. All right, so a big thing to consider here, guys, is the SPY is pulling back. And again, like I said before, this previous closing price is at 296.27. Okay, so 296.25 roughly. And so I think that's a huge level. And you can see it did respect that level last time in the overall market. But I think that's a big level we should watch and consider in the overall market. It's something I'm certainly watching. So we'll see what the SPY does here.
Texas is calling out GILD, Gilead. Let's take a look. Ooh, bullish pattern on a red day. Let's see what happens. All right, let's take a look here. So to me, I like the 5-minute trend. I can tell you that right now. Looks like a nice flag forming on the 5-minute. Downtime support. I like the 70.62. VWAP is around 70.80s. So I'd look for maybe a potential pullback closer towards that risk area if you're trying to get in this long. That's the only thing that would make sense, getting it near that support. Up here at the top, 71.25s, that's a high a day breakout buy. I definitely wouldn't recommend those in this type of market environment, but to each his own, like always.
Hey, shout out to Nicolina, appreciate the sub. Welcome to the team, Nicolina. Okay, so WNM Capital asked this question. He said, "Hi, this is Gaurav." What's up, Gaurav? I see you changed your name, brother. What's up, man? Can Mitch explain why no trading above the VWAP today? Is it because of negative sentiment going on? And so, just before Mitch goes over that, I'll say my piece on this too. So the VWAP being an intraday trend indicator, right? Basically, if you short above the VWAP and go long below it, you're basically betting against that current trend. And like maybe you could do that for reversals, but when Mitch and I trade VWAP fades and bounces, you know, we're betting on a trend. And so when the stock is technically above the VWAP, it's in an upward trend on a short-term basis. And so you're basically betting that an upward trend is going to turn into a downward trend, which I think is a little bit less of a good percentage play, if that makes sense. So the VWAP being an intraday trend indicator, I think you're basically just betting against the current trend, and I think that's going to be a little bit tougher of a play. But if Mitch has anything else to add, he can. But yeah, that's my take on it, brother. But what do you think, Mitch?
Yeah, so one of the things is you always have to look at, what am I doing? Am I trading a strategy, or am I trading strictly off of price action? I think when a lot of times when traders trade above the VWAP and they try to short, they're trying to trade off of price action. And that's okay, but that's really a high risk strategy. And so you have to understand, high risk strategy are going to come with high, that low percentage win. But when you win, yeah, you might have a big win. But when you lose, it could also be very big.
Yep.
And so I think that's one thing just to keep in mind here. So whenever you short above VWAP, first of all, you should never do it with a full size position. Just to clearly state that, even if you are trying to do this strategy. If you are trying to do this strategy and you're attacking it with full sizing, you're taking the completely wrong approach, because this is an approach of calling the top. Calling the top means, hey, most of the time, what are you? You're wrong in your decision.
Sure.
And so understanding that, you have to take a different approach. You have to take what's called a sizing in approach. The only way to short above VWAP is taking that size in approach and looking for pattern breakdowns to add. And this is a very complicated expert strategy. And so that's one thing that I would just clearly state. Like, I'll bring up a chart that I would think about it. Like GILD or MU that I talked about earlier. I actually talked about this one as it looked like a breakdown because the price action was there at 53.35s. And you can actually even rewind the tape, go back. I clearly state, hey, MU's breaking down there. But I don't want to short above VWAP today. Not the day to short above VWAP, because you're so down. On a day that you're so down, the reactions ups are usually uncontrollable. And that's not something that you want to risk there. But this is the kind of chart that people do take that attempt. Why? Because they're going to do two things. They're going to size into the approach. They're going to get in there, take a fourth of their position on the first attempt, and look to size in on any bounces. But the problem with this approach is that what happens is you average down. Averaging down is always going to be an expert thing to do. Never should be a beginner trader thing to do. I know John's probably gone through this in early trading. I know I went through this in early trading. I even went through this in the competition sometimes, where you just average in, and then you blow a big amount.
Right.
That's not the way to take it.
Yeah, what happens is, like, this is the problem with scaling in and averaging down is the problem, is that it might work a majority of the time. But the times that it doesn't work are going to take you out. They're going to take you out completely. They're going to destroy your account. And so, yeah, it might even give you some false confidence where it's like, yeah, I got this averaging down strategy. I'm just going to keep doing that. I've been winning most of the time, and that's great. But like I said, it kind of goes down to, if anybody ever played roulette, and if you've heard of the martingale roulette strategy, it's basically doubling your bet every time until you win. And so you would essentially have to be wrong. You would essentially have to be wrong. You would essentially have to be wrong 6 times in a row in order to lose your money with the martingale roulette strategy. And that might sound like, well, you're never going to be wrong 6 times in a row, but you actually will, and statistically, it's not that uncommon. And so it's like, yeah, with the martingale roulette strategy, just like with averaging down, you might lose, or you might win a majority of the time, but the times that you do lose, they are going to be vastly bigger than the times that you win. And you might win and win and win, but then you lose, and you're going to lose your entire account. And that's the issue with averaging down. And so if you do it, the way we really approach this, sorry, I know I'm kind of rambling, and I know Mitch was talking, but the way we really approach this is, you got to understand, build your plan before you enter the trade. If your plan is to scale in, that's fine. But if your plan was not to scale in, and you keep averaging down just to potentially give yourself a better edge in that trade, that's the wrong move. You want to build your trading plan before you enter that position. That's when you're going to be the most objective. If you don't and you try to change your plan after you're in that position, a lot of the time what happens is you try to kind of sway that chart to say what benefits you, right? And so it's very important that you build the plan before you enter the position. That's when you're going to be the most objective. That's when you're going to think the most clearly and see the chart the most clearly, if that makes sense. So yeah, sorry for the ramble. That's just my take on it. Shout out to Pat, Lester, Aline, V. Appreciate all the subs today, guys. Like I said, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got a ton of new subs today, but don't forget to hit that like button as well. Let's try to bring that number up to over 100 today.
No, definitely. It's just the right approach. So, like always, I always talk about how, you can take any strategy really and work your way to being profitable, but not everyone can get to that level of execution. And so this is one of those strategies that is very, highly skilled for you to execute because of the speed that it takes. It takes a lot of understanding time and sales and price action. And a lot of the times when you do those, you're going to have a low percentage chance of winning. So you would have to learn how to size in big when it does go in your direction. What I would say to that strategy is that a lot of the times it's not going to work out. I've tried it. I've done it multiple times, even just on paper. And yeah, I've made probably the biggest wins on those, but I've also made the biggest losers on those. And that just shows you the side of this kind of trading. This kind of trading is very swingy. And a lot of the times, if you're going to be consistent in trading, it's not going to be trading accounts or trades that swing your account in this direction. You can't take swings up and down and expect to find consistency. You have to take those base hits, and then understand that it's all about kind of finding consistency first, and then you find the home runs just as you go through your trading.
Yep, exactly. You got to take what the market gives you. You can't force it, and that's what it really boils down to, I think, is not pushing it when the market's not giving you anything to push on. Hey, see you, Pat. Appreciate the sub today, brother. There goes Costco. I don't know if it quite got down to my level, but there it was. It got pretty close on Costco. So
been working with one of our traders in our chat, Tiny. She's definitely an OG in the chat and been there for a long time working at her skills. And one of the things that I really got her to really focus on was more bigger time frame charts. A lot of times traders try to trade off of 1 minute, and that's fine. That's fine to trade off of 1 minute, but you have to understand the multiple time frames. And then what I always say is, if you're having emotional reactions a lot of the times, and you feel that, you just aren't getting kind of a down-packed strategy on a 1 minute, try the 5 minute. Try a bigger time frame. It's going to slow things down a little bit for you. You'll be able to tell the range a little bit better. You can get a better measurement of risk and reward and go for bigger ranges. And this could actually help you out in your trade. Stay to your trading plans and stick to your reward targets. I've seen a lot of traders struggle with the 1 minute candles, and the reason why, it's fast paced. And like I put up in the chat here, 1 minute a lot of times it means a heart attack to a lot of traders.
Yeah.
And so if that's not working for you, understand that just might not be your forte. And you got to look for something that can work for you a little bit slower, and you can find the patterns and you can go ahead and execute that strategy.
Right, for sure. Yeah, 1 minute charts are definitely more, I don't want to say more random, but they're definitely a little bit less clear. And if you're not trading short term, like if you're planning on holding your positions, especially like over 30 minutes, look at the 5 minute chart at least before you get into the trade, because 1 minute charts, they're very short term charts. And so, you want to let the length of time you trade dictate what kind of chart you use, right? Like obviously you don't want to use a 1 minute chart if you're looking to long-term invest. You'd probably rather use like a daily or weekly, maybe even like a 15-30 minute hour chart, but it's going to depend on the time frame that you trade. There's the bounce on Costco though. I hope somebody got it. Called it up pretty close. I'm not sure if it really got down to the total entry I called out, but it did bounce directly off of the VWAP here. If you take a look at Costco, that bounce hit that reward target already, tight risk, so maybe somebody got it. But can I ask you a personal question? What made you want to start trading, and how did you learn? I want to get into this, but don't really know where to start. So I don't know about Mitch. I got started with I watched the movie The Big Short, and that made me want to get involved in trading. And so I Googled and YouTubed, trading for beginners. And what did I get? I got Tim Sykes. I got, Warrior Trading. I got Foos 4. And, and so I started to learn that way. Basically, penny stocks is what I started with, like most people do, just because that's what's marketed to new traders the most. And so once I did that, of course I started trading. I created a SureTrader account, and lost thousands of dollars when I first got started. And the big thing you want to understand as a trader, if you're looking to get started, the best thing you really want to understand is that you will certainly lose when you first get started. You're going to lose money. Now, depending on what kind of account you have is going to dictate how much you lose, but you're at the very least going to lose some. And if you are just getting started, be very careful with who you're watching, because again, some people are just trying to sell you a course, and so they are going to tell you that you can buy their course and you can turn $1,000 into $100,000 within a month or two if you just buy their trading course, and they're going to sell you a dream basically. The reality is, of course, that's possible, but it's highly unlikely. It doesn't matter what course you take, because the most of getting started and learning to trade is conditioning your emotions, and that takes time. It doesn't matter what course or strategy or pattern you use. And so just have reasonable expectations. Be prepared to lose for a solid 6 months to a year at least. And of course, there's outliers that are just straight up successful as soon as they get started. A lot of that has to do more so with luck, positive variance and luck, more than anything. And just so, like I said, best advice I can give you is just have reasonable expectations for your trading. Day trading is the single hardest form of investing there is. A very small percentage of people actually succeed at it. And the ones that succeed are the ones that lose money and stick with it for a year or more. And so just be prepared for that. That's the best advice I can give somebody that wants to get started in trading. If you have that big of a delay, Joe, you gotta refresh, brother. Yeah, I know we don't have a delay that long, man, but you should refresh if you do.
Yeah, and one thing to always keep in mind, the chat is live.
Yeah.
The chat is live. Putting out 2 stocks that I'm seeing come getting strong, guys. GOLD and XLU. One's a gold sector stock, and one's a energy sector ETF. And reason why? It just usually works in these times. And usually, I have to say usually, because in the last week, it didn't really work for gold, even though the market came down. A lot of times people get into gold, but I mean, a lot of people also say that the chart was just too extended on gold already, and that's why it pulled back. CrowdStrike, man. That one almost got there. Almost got to the VWAP.
David says, wow, an honest statement, refreshing. Hey, bro, I could start selling you a course, man. I could sell you a course called the John and Mitch Buy the Dip course. You can make $1 billion if you just buy my trade course. All pure sarcasm. Please don't take me seriously. But yeah. I mean, that's what you get, right? You enter the market trading. What do you get? I got a Lamborghini. I got a bunch of prop money. I'm going to stand in front of that Lambo and just say, you can make $1 million if you just buy my course. I'm the expert. Buy my course right now. Do it now. That's what you get. That's what you get. And we're just, like I said, Mitch and I are just not like that. We're not gonna sell you a dream. We're not experts. We're not experts. We're not gurus. We just teach people what works for us, what we learn. That's it. But you can actually watch us do it every day. So, I think there's more value in that than there is in a lot of courses, to be honest. It's just watching people do it, understanding why they do it, learning to calculate risk and reward in each trade you get into, and build an actual system and trading plan behind strategies is one of the key aspects of successful trading for sure. I've been waiting for this LK pullback, but I just haven't gotten it, and it just keeps falling. I'm kind of looking at AMD, but the previous close is kind of scaring me away from it. Maybe CGC if you can get up there. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Michael. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. This is where, if I was going to take a trade on gold, I'd probably take a shot. It'd be bounce play. And this is based off the squeeze but red to green, VWAP bounce, play, and call. Risk there. I see a bottom there at 1926, 1925s. So it's not too bad of a risk to reward. It's just really tight range. I've been trying to get more of the 4 to 5 to 1 looks. This one would only be a 2 to 1 look. No worries, Texas. It's not a bad thing to just watch sometimes and learn. One of the things that I do when I'm watching is I write down what my approach was for the market as it opened, and then look back on this and see how I had the view, looked at the charts, and how my day went through. Because a lot of times what you'll see is you'll be able to find kind of where your thinking goes wrong or where you get biased in certain areas. And you could also find charts this way. You know, you can find trades very easily by just looking at charts.
Right. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much. I'm just waiting on maybe AMD, CGC, MU pullbacks. I haven't really looked at Roku today. Let me check out Roku. Yeah, I see KPTI. We'll see. It's above the VWAP. It's been maintaining an upward trend. I think it has to break under. It has to break under like 23.25 or so if it's gonna look weak here for KPTI. A lot of stocks getting rejected at the previous closing price, which makes them less favorable for the fade. But I've only gotten in one trade for a fake out fade, one CGC.
Hey, nice. Buzz calling out a stock there, and this is a stock that we were looking at because of Texas, I believe. GILD pulled back there towards the VWAP. What, it gave you a chance there? Give you a chance to risk off the support there? Look for a VWAP bounce play? And it looks like Buzz nailed it.
Yeah, looks solid. I'm looking at that one now. Yeah, they actually bought out... who did they buy out? They bought out a company. It was in pre-market. I'm trying to think of the company. It was like 47. It was FTSV. Yeah. So they actually bought out FTSV. GILD did. So I guess people have a positive sentiment in that one too. But yeah, the VWAP bounces look solid there. Yeah, I'm just waiting for some pullbacks. I'm just not getting any. Yeah, just gonna have to wait for a pullback here. Thanks for answering that question. I subbed and I'm enjoying the stream, even though I don't really understand what's going on right now. Could you maybe explain what I'm seeing in like the simplest terms? Yeah, sure. So we're looking at stocks, right? What you see on my screen right now is the right side here is just a stocks chart. And so each one of these candles on this chart represents a certain time frame. I'm using a 1 minute chart, so each one of these candles represents 1 minute of a stock's movement, and I can change that to like a 5 minute. So now each one of these candles represents 5 minutes of that stock's movement, and so forth and so on. You know, we can. I tend to prefer using a 1 minute chart. It's just my style, but everybody's a little bit different. So you see this purple line here is the VWAP. It just tells you the stock's trend on an intraday basis. So that day, it tells you the stock's trend. You can see AMD, for instance, is maintaining below the VWAP. So it's in a downward intraday trend. And if it was maintaining above the VWAP, like say GILD, it's maintaining an upward intraday trend, basically an upward trend on that specific day. And so that's what we're betting on, which direction stocks are going to head. The the middle row here is just scanners, and they're trade idea scanners. In my opinion, they're the best scanners in trading. But you can see like high of the day momentum, so it's like momentum stocks that are breaking the highs of the day, new daily highs, just any stock breaking the high of the day, massive volume, stocks that picked up a lot of volume, VWAP fade, which is just a scanner that tells me if stocks break over or under the VWAP, up in the last 5 minutes, just tells me what stocks are up in the last 5 minutes, a little self-evident there. And then the left side of my screen here is just my executing platform. And so it's what I'm using to like enter my position. If I want to buy, 100 shares, I can just click that, click buy. If I want to buy 500 shares, I can just scroll up, click buy. I can choose the type. A market order will get me filled immediately. A limit order will get me filled at a specific limit price or better. And so forth and so on. And so, this is my P&L right here. And that's basically what it is. That was the best I could. Keenan says, noob question, I shorted CGC and now it says I have no position to cover. How do I get out of the trade? So when you get out of a short, you want to click buy, not sell. So when you get out of a short position, you want to click buy, not sell, because you're buying back those shares. So when you want to exit a short position, you click buy. Number 2 is you might have a stop order set. If you have a stop order set, it's not going to let you exit the position, or a limit order. So if you have a stop or a limit order set, before you exit the position, you want to go and cancel that limit or stop order, or it's not going to let you out. And there's the trade ideas link if anybody wants to check this out. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything setting up for me right now. I'm just going to wait, though. Still got some time. I'm just hanging out.
All right, guys. I'm going to really quickly run through the trade that I made today and talk about a platform that John and I use every single day. EMPH, we made a great trade today, getting in there at 50.13s, only risking about $30 on this trade to end up with a $105 profit. This is exactly what we want to do, guys. Getting over that 3-to-1 hurdle is really going to give us an ability to have a low accuracy rate with a high kind of profit to risk ratio. That's what we want, that profit to loss ratio high. And this is going to give us an ability to stay in the low accuracy range and still be positive and grow this account. All right, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I use on these streams, go ahead and check out TradeNet, guys. Solid, high quality platform and packages with a funded account program with as much buying power as 14,000 with the smallest package. You can day trade as much as you want with no PDT. You have cheap commissions. You're able to short stocks, and plus you get access to their chat room. I know some of you guys saw Mir make over 100,000 on the way this SPY has been going down, and you could check out their professional chat room. They also give you a demo account to practice, plus a legit trading course. All this for less than $400. So it really makes sense in the end, guys, risk and reward wise. There's too many people out there paying paper platforms and such, and not really getting the benefit of trading live. So for you new traders, I definitely think this is the best benefit for you guys as you guys go ahead and start trading live and getting your access to your, real trading strategies. A lot of traders can trade in paper, but a lot of people can't trade live. So if you want to go ahead and make the next step up in your trading, I'll go ahead and I'll post up the link here in the description on our chat. And definitely check out TradeNet, guys. It gives you a great ability to go ahead and start your trading.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. There's just a lot of benefits. It works really well. But I posted the link for Mitch if y'all want to check it out. Great way to help support our channel. But yeah, nice Daniel. Congrats, brother.
Yeah. All right, a great trading day for me, guys. Now I'm seeing kind of some of the stocks kind of hold a little bit. It looks like we did get that in-between day in this SPY, at least for right now. And it looks like it kind of was the same way it was in Europe and China, where it was an in-between day. Wasn't really up, wasn't really down. And we'll see what we get later on in the day. I know John takes over now, and we'll definitely hold it down.
Yep.
I know John's a much better trader than me in the afternoon, so definitely going to let John take over here in the afternoon and took my opening shot, got a good green day, and we'll keep pushing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not necessarily the afternoon, but definitely late morning. I've been doing really well lately. The problem is I don't know if I'm seeing anything set up, but I'm just gonna be patient and wait for it. But nice work today, brother. You know, over $100 win with 100 cheers. So, killing it, man.
XLU moving up there, guys. And for that same idea, I would think maybe you see GLD recovered also. But we'll see if those make moves today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later, brother. Yeah, so the scanners are separate. Gustavo. Hey, what's up, Ray? What's up, brother? How long is the beginner account good for to trade for profit? So I think you have like a year to make a certain amount of profit. It's best to reach out to them though. But yeah, I think a year is plenty of time. But yeah, I think they give you a year to make a certain amount of profit, and as long as you make a certain amount of profit by that point, you're okay. But yeah, I think it's a year. New strategy, VWAP, hippity hop, CHD. Alright, I got you. Let me see. Yeah, this is what we call sideways trend. So you're just basically banking on the sideways trend if you trade this. Basically, the only way I can see you could really trade this is just shorted at the top, covered at the bottom. You know, but look at that range. Super obvious range. Look at that.
I like it. Hippity hop.
VWAP, hippity hop. You know, I love it. Great name. I might steal that name, but no. But yeah, it's just sideways trend, just very choppy. When a stock doesn't respect the VWAP like this, it's actually a really good lesson. When a stock doesn't respect the VWAP like HD, this just means it's in a sideways choppy trend. It's just in a neutral trend. It's not really maintaining above or below. It's just neutral. So it's just sideways. You know, this is how you kind of see a sideways trend, right? And the only way I could really ever see you trade this is to short it around the top, covered around the bottom, which is, you know, it might work. It's not my style, but it might work. But yeah, this is a choppy trend. It's just not respecting the VWAP. mRNA. So Mitch is out of here. We'll see what we can find. I'm gonna see if we can find anything. I'm watching the spot very closely here, but yeah, we're gonna need some pullbacks if we're gonna look to get at anything. And so yeah, if you see anything kind of respecting the VWAP, or if you see anything pull back for a fade or a bounce, let me know. I see GILD here, but it's a little late. But that pullback didn't look terrible. What do y'all want to listen to now? Yeah, no worries, Sean. You're looking at IBIO two-way? Let me check it out. Yeah. It's holding that previous closing price of 245. It is holding that pretty well. Don't forget, guys, we got almost 60 likes in here. Let's bring that number up to over 100 today. So smash that like button right now. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. So if you want to help support this free content, you want to see more free content like this, hit the like button. It's a great way to help support us. Let's bring that number up to over 100. We have over 200 people in here right now. And so hit that like button if you haven't already. Click the bell. We go live every day. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning for free. You can even get an alert every time we do go live, which is every single weekday morning. Again, so hit that bell button. If you click subscribe and then click the bell, you'll get a notification every time we go live. And so make sure to do that if you haven't already. Some Take Me Home Country Road, Ray? Nah, man, I'm gonna get, as soon as I play that, I'm gonna get hit with the copyright strike. And so, no thank you, sir. But, love the song, but would almost instantly get a copyright strike, so I can't do it. From George St. Pierre? Of course, man. I go over there and I look at George St. Pierre's watch list and I just steal his watch list, man. You know, I try to pretend it's my own. You know? AAL possible VWAP reclaim. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, if it pulls back to like 1804, I could risk off of like 1820s, you know. So I'd risk about 20 cents there. Give a big reward target. So let's see, we got this level as a risk, about 20-cent risk. This level as a reward, really it's about 22 cents, but we're gonna say 20 cents because it's easier to calculate. We get it around 1804. We've got a 53-cent reward target with an 18-cent risk, so it's at least a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio, but we need that to pull back a little bit more. What's up, Mark? What's up, brother? Hey, appreciate the sub, JD. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the team, bro. Oh no, Keenan. Most of my watch list is actually just the Gapper scanner. Like I'll go through the Gapper scanner, I'll look for mid and high cap stocks, and then I'll just post them. But if you look at the scanners I post early in the morning, which are just trade idea scanners, that's usually what I'm getting my watch list from. And again, I mostly trade mid and high cap stocks, and so but for my watch list, I usually just build any stock that is moving significantly. I'll throw it on there. But yeah, it's not from them. It is from Trade Ideas. Oh, no. Put some jazz on here. Hey, nice, Bailey. What's up, Bailey? Tough morning. Hey, green is good. Green is good, Bailey, so don't stress it too much. The only problem I have with actually shorting AAL here is look at the SPY right now. It's actually breaking over that previous close after maintaining a downward trend for so long. I think we're gonna see some stocks start to bounce here, but if the SPY in the overall market pulls back and starts to maintain an upward trend above the VWAP, I'm going to be much less confident overall in my short positions. Now, CGC is at the VWAP, and it doesn't look terrible, but I think I'm just going to wait for some fake-out fades right now. Not a conventional fade. I'd more so rather a fake-out fade if we get that. But again, I'm watching the SPY very closely here. And if the SPY pushes below the VWAP, I might consider it. But for now, I'm going to wait it out a little bit here. I also don't hate space, to be honest. I don't hate space with the risk of like 27. My risk is going to be about 50 cents, and so it's a big risk, but I don't hate that one either. I'm also watching AMD, but that's really what I'm looking at right now. I appreciate the sub, Ghost. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. What's up? Welcome to the team. Hey, I appreciate it. True. Appreciate it, man. I know your name is Trong. I have a Vietnamese friend. His name is Trong. So, welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the sub, man. Maybe I'll take a little bit of CGC. I don't know. It looks so good here. Where's my risk? Let me find a risk level before I enter the trade. Maybe like 45, but then I would want to use the $0.50 for 50. So if I get in here, my risk is like 14 cents. I could risk and be break even. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Oh well. Problem is like I said, the SPY is kind of pulling up, and so that might not be great for me. We'll see. SPY is rebounding. Probably not the best. Maybe I should just jump out of here. But I guess I'll let it work. Although the SPY is running up. Hopefully the cannabis sector isn't super influenced by the SPY moving up. We'll see though. Time for some Metallica. I can feel it. I can feel it. I like Metallica. Yeah, SPY's actually rebounding pretty strong here, though. Like, look at the SPY. Unfortunate, but, you know, it's 15 bucks. Look at the SPY. SPY's ripping up here. I really don't hate space here either, though. That's the problem. The space doesn't look bad at all. Problem is, the space is so influenced by the market that if the market starts to rip up, space is going to as well. Look at that last bounce on GILD. It was really a flag style breakout pattern. I was looking at AAL. It's just not getting up there. But yeah, here's CGC. Unfortunate. Like I said, maybe I just got a little overzealous with it, which happens. I got some cushion on the day. It's very small. I'm gonna look for a fake out fade here, actually, though. And so if we get like a rejection back down to 1830 and then a bounce back up to 1840, I will scale in more if I'm not out of the position already. I would like AMD here too, but it's above the previous closing price, which is at 45.50. That's the only issue with AMD here. Yeah, I know Two-Way was talking about IBIO, CIO, SPII. Space to short along. I was looking at it to short, but I don't necessarily want to recommend it just because the SPY is pulling up and like ripping up here, and so with that, I don't know. I just don't really want to suggest it because while I'm a little short biased in it, I think it could easily go the other way. I don't want to tell people the wrong thing, so. But yeah, I guess I was looking at it short, but I would be very careful with it, so to speak. I'm going to look for a fake out fade, maybe add a little bit more to CGC here because I can lower my risk. So I can lower my risk down to this level now, and then maybe scale into a little bit more here for it. SPY pulling up though. I think this one's going to push back up too. We'll see though. See what we get to add spot here. Like I said, I think I could just risk off of 1847 now, 1846. I just gotta be careful. Look at the SPY. SPY's pushing up. I'm gonna jump in with another 100 shares for the fake out fade. We'll see if it works. I'm in with 200 now. Rad, looking rad, dude. I like it, Todd. Let me see. Ride 8, huh? Oof, man. Ride 8 is running up today. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to risk off of 46 now. Yeah, there goes space. We'll see if space puts in a high up there and sets up for the fake out fade. But I think a lot of stuff is getting influenced by the market. So it might be the wrong move for me to short right now. Break even in this trade. I really like it because I can just risk off of this high now. Really easy risk level. It did go down to my level. I could add back here. I just think the SPY is pushing up and that's going to negatively influence my trade. Let's see. I could add 39s. I think I have to risk off of 46 here. And the SPY is pushing up, and that's going to cause this to push up some just based off of the overall market sentiment. Yeah, I'll just wait. Keep it small, I guess. It's back above. And just to show you guys what I mean, like, look at the SPY. The SPY is pulling up. Maybe it's the wrong move betting into a short position when the SPY is reversing like it is. Maybe I can anticipate the SPY getting rejected like right here, though. That is something I could consider. The SPY getting rejected at 298.50. We'll see, though. Luckily, it's just really small size. And so regardless of what happens, I'll be alright, I think. We'll see if the SPY gets rejected here, if it just rips over. What's up, Precise? What's up, brother? I shorted space. Wish me luck. You copied me, man. Don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Like I said, I might be wrong in my bias today. Mostly just because the SPY is ripping up, and so. I'm surprised nobody's made fun of me for having this little breathe right strip on my nose today. I'm surprised. You know. Like I said, I got a deviated septum. Like you can see my nose is kind of crooked right there. And so I can only breathe out of one nostril. And so this helps me be able to breathe better. Alright, well, we're down some. I like my wrist now more. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. I'm in with 300 now. We'll see. Mostly just because my risk is super defined and easy right now. My risk is right here at 46. Hey, good job, brother. Hey, if you're making money, I'm happy for you. Yeah, there's a slight delay just because anybody with trade ideas has to have a delay in their stream. And if they don't, I don't think they're going to be around for very long. Alright, well, there's the move down that I predicted, I guess. It's a breathe right strip, bro. Don't make fun. Don't hate, you know. See, the problem is the SPY is actually breaking highs. The SPY is about to break highs of the day, and this is going to pull CGC in the upward direction against me, unfortunately. Luckily, it's the cannabis sector, so maybe it's not super influenced by it, but... Come on, CGC, you know you want to break down here. It's finding support where that prior support was at 30. That's the big level it's got to break now. Yeah, let's break 30. Come on. You're not going to do it, are you? You jerk, CGC. I can't deal with this beach song, man. Let's find some new music. What kind of genre of music do y'all want to listen to? I could browse here. Let's try to. I'm in the beats genre. I don't know if I could feel this. See? I told you what's gonna happen. The market's gonna break highs at 299, and this is just gonna drag CGC up. I can't feel this, man. This feels like I walked into Abercrombie in the early 2000s. I gotta get out of here. I gotta change this. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, SPY just broke highs. It's at 299.18. It's exactly what I talked about. I could add here, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to keep my risk here at 46 and you know, get out of here. If it breaks that, get out of this one if it breaks that. Too crazy. Yeah, there's the SPYs at 299.30. Is upset as I am, I'm really not that upset. But as bummed out as I am for having a losing trade here, I'm actually kind of happy the market is rebounding some. You know, the U.S. economy needed this. We needed a green day, and at least we're rebounding some. And like I said, as bummed out as I am, I guess, that my trade is going against me, I'm actually kind of happy the market is rebounding, so to speak. And maybe I'll get some more setups here. I mean, I'm still about break even. I'm down less than like $5 right now. I'll probably be down less than 15 if this turns against me. What do you guys think of this song? Can y'all feel this one? Nah, I never was in Space, Keenan. That's what I was saying. I never took it. It was too risky. That's what I was saying. Don't do it, man. Like I said, that's just my... I'm just looking at it, you know. I was just watching it. But again, the market rebounding is causing everything to run up, including space. But yeah, that's why it's like, I'm not going to touch that one. That's what I was saying. Don't copy me. You know, don't copy what I'm saying because I'm just talking, you know. This song is called Catnip. Or no, this artist is called Catnip. Can't feel it. No. This genre is not really doing it for me. I can't find any good songs. I can kind of feel this one. Nah, 290s. I can feel this one. This one's kind of dope. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Alex. What's up, brother? Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, bro. Yeah, I'll add this one. I like this one. This one's kind of dope. Alright, I'm gonna see what else we got though. This genre ain't doing it for me. They actually have a genre on here called acid jazz. Acid jazz. I'm gonna take half off here. Yeah, I'm gonna take half off here. I just took half off of my CGC trade. I'm gonna hold the other 150 shares. Maybe add back if it pushes back here. Well, yeah, well, let me see what we got. Alternative hip hop. Let's check that out. I can't lie, I don't mind the beat. The beat's not bad. It just needs to stay consistent. Like if it's too crazy with too much stuff, it sounds worse. Alright, so I took profits, and then we're rebounding here, but this will make it so that it's not going to be a losing trade. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. I gotta get out of here. Like, when I thought of alternative hip-hop, I thought they were talking about, like, Kid Cudi or something like that, right? They're throwing some stuff out here that's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Man, just put some lo-fi. They don't have that as they don't have that as an option. It's all like, I don't know, kind of craziness over here. This one's not bad. I can feel this one. Huh. It's not bad. I'll take that one. Don't they have any lo-fi, man? Here we go. I already have this song. Unless the beat drops and it's a little bit better, I don't like this one. I already have that one. Yeah, AJ, did you mean your YouTube channel that will get you banned if you post it here without asking? I'm just gonna assume that's what you meant, bro. This was not bad. I'll throw this one on there. Not the right vibe for trading. Hey, good luck, Sir Darth. Yeah, man, they work, brother. They work, man. Like, I can actually breathe, you know, which is rare. Most of the time, I can't breathe out of my nose. No, I'm not feeling that one. I can feel this one. A little simple, but, you know. I'm just trying to look for stuff that has, like, a good vibe for trading. You know what I mean? No. Alright, we're getting a nice little drop. Alright, I'm going to hold this and then anticipation of it getting rejected at 1830 and continue to drop. We're going to look for this 1830 level to hold as resistance now. I like this one. So like I said, we're looking to look for this 1830 level to hold as resistance, see if we get a rejection there. What, Michael? What are you talking about? Yeah, AMD did dip below the VWAP, Gideon. I actually like that one. Or no, Grey Goose, sorry. I actually can feel this one. I like this song. Alright, so we did get that rejection at 1830. Like I said, exact number I was talking about. We'll see if we can break under here now. We're bouncing back. There's 25s. I'm going to take another half off there. Just took another half, holding 75 left. Going to look for a move back under 25, but we're getting some support, and I think the market is gonna bounce a little bit here, so yeah, that's why I took that there. It's kind of slowly dipping down here too, unfortunately. Hey, see you, Buzz. Later, brother. What starting capital would you recommend for day trading? Whatever you're comfortable with losing, to be honest. So if you have like a good job and you have the funds to be able to, last, whatever you're comfortable with losing, because when you first get started, you're certainly going to lose. And so, yeah, it's one of the reasons we talk about TradeNet and TAFs. And people hate on TradeNet and TAFs. A lot of the time, it's just because they lost their account. And it's really hard to be mature enough to be like, you know what? It's my fault I lost my account. It's not my broker's fault or my platform or my John's fault on beginner trading or whomever. And so it's one of the reasons I promote them. And I actually kind of like them because new traders, you gotta trade with what you're comfortable with losing, so to speak. I'm gonna get out here. We're getting a bounce back, and maybe I'll add back up here, but I'm gonna get out in case we do get a rebound. But yeah, new traders, you need to just trade with whatever you're comfortable with losing. And so, like, TradeNet will give you a cheap option, right? You spend $3.99 right now. The packages are $3.99. And it comes with a course, it comes with a demo account, it comes with access to their chat room, which they get into some pretty big and solid trades in their chat room over there. But also, once you're approved for the funded account, they give you an account that allows you to day trade with no PDT rule and actually short stocks. And so the $3.99 account, they give you 14,000 to trade with. And there's no PDT rule. You can short stocks, which is extremely rare. Most new traders can't short. They have to have a margin account. And so they're basically going to be reserved to only going long. And like I said, to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose their TradeNet accounts as well. I think most traders are just going to lose. It doesn't matter where they go. Just the TradeNet account is a much cheaper method of getting started. Instead of depositing thousands of dollars, which new traders usually end up doing, and losing that, which new traders usually end up doing, you can get started, actually trade a decent sized account with no PDT rule, and you can short for 400 bucks essentially, and I think that's extremely valuable for a new trader, especially when you consider it comes with a paper account for a few weeks for you to really test some strategies, learn the platform, and get started. And so in that regard, I think it makes a ton of sense. And I think some paper trading platforms over a 3-month period are going to cost the same as an intro package, and so it just makes sense. And it operates like a prop firm, and so they are going to keep 30% of your profit, but in the end, you're spending 400 bucks, there's a 70-30 split with their base package, and it's allowing you to day trade in short stocks. There is a $700 max loss, and so if you take the 14,000 account they give you and you go under 13,300, they close you down. But again, it's just it's objectively cheaper than any other option you're going to get as a new trader. And again, some people are going to hate on them. Most of the time it's because they lose their accounts, and in the end, it's the cheapest way to get started. I think if you have the right expectations with it, I think it can be a very valuable thing. A lot of people talking about Robinhood having, and if you want to check that out, listen, just full transparency is that I'm going to be biased in favor of TradeNet to a certain degree because I make a commission if you sign up. And so I do make a commission if you sign up. And so with that, I'm going to be biased in their favor to a certain degree. But again, like I said, if you heard my story I talked about earlier, I lost thousands of dollars when I first got started trading. And I think that's a very common story. And so I kind of wish I would have had a TradeNet account because I would have just lost less. I would have still lost, obviously, but I would have just lost less. And again, I think that's very valuable and can save new traders money, Alright, so it looks like my exit out of CGC was a good thing. Made a little bit of money, but kind of what the market's giving me today with my setup. Just not seeing too much, unfortunately. What do you guys think of this song? It's not bad, right? Hey, nice, Keenan. Hey, killing it, brother. Nice work, man. Dust, D-U-S-T. Yeah, I like the range for Dust, where it's been maintaining above the VWAP and you can short into those bounces towards it. I don't hate that. I'm gonna add this one. I don't hate it. Let's see what else we got. What other kind of lo-fi hip-hops we got? We got chill beats. If it's too fast, I can't do it. I don't hate the beat, it's just a little bit too quick for trading. Is this Ekans like the snake Pokemon? That's the snake Pokemon, right? Is Ekans? Let me see. I gotta see. Yeah, it's Ekans. Yep, snake Pokemon. I'm also looking at AMD here, because then I could risk off of this. Looks like my risk is about 35 cents. Reward level, I don't know, man. It's about a 1-to-1 trade when you consider where the previous closing price is for this one. I'm not feeling this one. I like this one. Yeah, I can feel this one. This one's dope. No, Addy Lee, I've seen him before. I just don't trade the same as him. I'm pretty sure they trade like what, like range breakouts. I'm just not really much of a range breakout trader. Nothing against them. I'm not mad at them or hating on them. I think I just trade a little bit different than they do. I might short a little bit into AMD if it bounces up here, gets up to like 84. Just got such a little bit larger range than the stocks I've been trading today. I'm gonna short into this. Maybe add a little bit more if it bounces up there to that 84 level I talked about, and then I'm risking about 35 bucks. Alright, I just jumped into AMD, full sizing, 100 shares. This is the biggest position I've had today considering the range of it, but we'll give it some time and see what happens here. This song is called Coffee and Unicorns. My favorite things, you know. We're getting a squeeze up here. I'm guessing the market is squeezing up. Yeah, unfortunate. Market squeezed against me. Market just ripped up and broke highs. Probably gonna bail out of this. This is squeezing up quick on me. Keep this risk here instead. Alright, well, AMD quickly reversed here. Is somebody speaking right now? What's going on? Why is this so volatile right now? Is something going on? Somebody help me out and tell me if somebody's speaking right now, because this is what it feels like. I'm gonna get out of here. It's just too volatile. Something must have happened. I know the market just squeezed up and broke highs against me. But let me see if I can find out what's going down with this. Alright, so I don't know if this came out. So we got WHO's Tedros believes that Italy can still contain the coronavirus, and that dropped a minute ago. And so I guess that's causing some bullish sentiment overall with this in the overall market, which is good. Even though this turned against me and basically wiped out my gains for the day, I'm actually really happy that some type of positive sentiment is coming out in the market, because our market does definitely need it right now. mRNA is not really my style pie. It's a coronavirus stock, a little bit too volatile in that way for me. Been a tough 3 days for me after like a 7-day green streak. I've had a break-even day like today, so far at least, and then 2 slightly losing days, but the World Health Organization is holding a press conference, yeah. Hey, see you, Grey Goose. Later, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, Jessica. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. All right, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and close it down, guys. I'm not seeing too much else I really love, to be honest. The market is popping up after the WHO conference, and I don't really like trading that, and so I'm just going to keep it break even for the day. And so, like I said earlier, if you want to help support our channel and you want to use the same platform as us, that actually allows you to day trade and short stocks with no PDT rule once you're approved for the funded account program. It also, before you're even approved, it comes with a course and a demo account, chat room access, and it operates like a prop firm, so there's like a 70-30 split. There is a max loss of 700, but they're giving you 14,000 to trade with no PDT rule and shorting ability for less than 400 bucks. And I think for new traders, you're risking less than you normally would, and I think it's a great way to get your feet wet in the market and learn to day trade in short stocks. Like I said, most new traders can only go long, and basically they're reserved to just going long, and it's really tough. A lot of the time, new traders have to risk thousands of dollars if they want to actively day trade, where with TradeNet and TAFs, it's just a really cheap option that gets you started with, like I said, less than 400 bucks. And so, great way to help support our channel. If you want to check it out, I'll post this link here if you do. Also, if you want to use the best scanners in trading, in my opinion, you can check out Trade Ideas. Super legit scanners, super customizable, really allow you to do a lot of different stuff with building scans and strategies around different strategies and patterns in the market. And I think they work really well, and they can definitely pay for themselves. If you know how to trade, you can make your money back certainly on it, but I just think they're the easiest to maintain. They're the easiest to learn how to use. They're super real-time and up-to-date, and I think they can be very valuable for new traders. And so if you want to check out Trade Ideas, you can also use promo code BT15, get 15% off of their products. And yeah, guys, like I said, let's bring that like count up to over 100 today if we can. We currently have 76 likes. That means we need 24 likes to break 100. Smash that like button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning. Mitch was able to have a solid day today, making over $100 with 100 shares. And we break down the strategies live every single day for free. We are not experts here. We are not gurus. And, we just run a free resource and community for traders to get together and learn from each other. And that's all we really are here. Of course, we like promote TradeNet and TAFs, and at least TradeNet's not super sleazy. They're not flashing Lamborghinis, and I know Mir has decades of experience in the market. And so, like I said, if you want to watch us day trade live for free every day, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday morning. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm probably hanging up Sean, is I'm not trying to trade that volatility for WHO. I'm not trying to trade that volatility, brother. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Like I said, losing days and weeks will happen. Just to put it into perspective, I made money for a solid few months, and then the last 3 or 4 market days have been a little bit tougher for me. Today I'm break even. Yesterday Friday I lost like $5. The day before that I think I lost like 40 or 50 or something like that, if I remember correctly. And losing days will happen. The best thing you could do is just keep it small and understand that it's like, look, the way trading works, when you're a successful trader, you're gonna have 3 green weeks followed by 1 red week, followed by 2 green weeks, followed by 1 red week, followed by a few red days, followed by 10 green days in a row. And like, that's kind of how it goes. That's how trading's gonna be. Every day is not gonna be green. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's gonna be it's gonna vary. And you got to understand that and be ready for that in this market, and understand that's kind of what day trading is. You're not going to be green every day. I don't care what guru tells you can. Most of the time, you're going to have a few green days followed by 1 or 2 red days, followed by a few green weeks, followed by a red week. And in the end, if you're a good enough trader and your strategies work well enough, you're going to be profitable in the long run like I am. I built this account. I've made about 20% in my account in the last few months. And so, in the end, that's what trading is, and it goes back down to having realistic expectations in this market. That's all it really boils down to, is having realistic expectations. It's not going to be constant green days. It's just not going to be like that. When you get started in trading, you're probably going to lose, and that's just part of it. You're just going to lose when you first get started. Most traders are going to lose. And I would say, if you're looking at what kind of expectation to have towards your trading, I would say expect to lose for at least a solid 6 months to a year. I said that's a reasonable amount of time, because you have to build a system. It doesn't matter how long you paper trade. When you transition to live money, like I said, I would expect to lose for at least 6 months, probably at least a year. And so if you're not ready to do that, if you don't have the funds to do that, that's why I say only trade with funds that you're willing to lose, however much that is. And in the end, trading is extremely difficult. The shorter term of trading, the harder it is. And so with that said, day trading is the single hardest form of investing there is, in my opinion. but it is possible. It is beatable. You can trade and make money long term. Like you say, if you look at my trading and you watch my actual trading account and you look at my trading every day on stream, you'll see, if you look at it over a month or over months time, you'll see that over the long run, I am successful and I am profitable. But it took me years to get to this level, and I'm even still not doing it as a professional. I'm definitely not living off of my trading profits whatsoever. And like I said, we're just a free resource and community here. And so our goal here is just to give traders realistic expectations. For the most part, Kate Gifford. I mean, sometimes I'll trade off stream, and that's probably, I mean, every trade, especially when I go through like bad weeks or bad months, I trade a little bit off stream, but I mostly, every time I do trade, I almost always post my entire trade log so you can watch it. But at the same time, in the end, I'm not an expert or a guru, and so it's like I don't have that expectation. Like I'm just I'm gonna trade however I see fit, in whatever way works the best for me. And that means if I have to trade off stream to kind of get my mind right and not have that much pressure on me, I'm gonna trade off stream and not have that much pressure on me. Like I said, in the end, I'm not selling a course. I don't have that pressure, and like I've said before, part of the reason I don't sell a course and I don't try to make money and kind of nickel and dime traders in that way is because I don't want that pressure. Part of it is selfish reasons. I don't want that pressure. I don't want traders coming at me, getting mad at me. I could lose every day in a row, or every day for a week in a row, and traders can't tell me anything, because in the end, I'm just a free resource and community for traders, you know? Like, listen, in the end, traders are always going to get mad at me, and they're going to get mad at their platform, and they're going to get mad at their broker, and they're going to get mad at whomever, because a lot of the time, trading's a very emotional thing. You lose money, it's very hard and difficult to say, hey, I lost money because I made some bad trades. It's much easier to blame me, blame your favorite guru, blame a course, blame your platform. That's what most traders do, because again, most traders aren't mature enough to be objective, introspective, and say, you know what? I lost because I got into some dumb trades, you know? And in the end, like I said, we're just a free resource and community trying to teach traders how it really is. If you're breaking even after 1 to 2 years, you're doing really good. Yeah, for sure. And I think if you could break even in trading, especially if you're on a commissioned platform, then you can be successful, 100%. Because that's the part. If you could break even, then you're getting right on the cusp of being able to do it successfully. And that takes time. In the end, I think the biggest toxic part of trading is that people push out unrealistic expectations for traders, right? Traders get started because they want to make money. But it's very difficult for a trader to accept the fact that you're going to lose for years, man. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. And most of the time, it's a big buzzkill, because when a trader first gets started in the market, what are they told, right? They're told that just buy my course and you can make $100,000 in 4 months if you just buy my trading course, trade my strategies, right? The real answer is that most strategies and patterns are available for free already online. That's the truth, because even if there is a proprietary strategy with some of these courses that people take, what happens is that students will take those courses and then upload the strategies for free afterwards. You know what I mean? And so most stuff is available for free already. The reason it takes so long to be successful is because, like I said earlier, you have to condition your emotions to do the right thing. It's not about your strategies. It's not about patterns. It's about learning risk reward and conditioning your emotions. That's all it's about. And any strategy is learnable. But in the end, it takes a while for you to learn how to not scale, not average down in a position, not break your trading plan, not just give it a little while longer to see what happens. Like, that takes time. That's what's the hard part of trading, is learning how to stop yourself from hurting your trading account. Like, that's the long part. That's the long game that you really should focus on learning. And again, it's pure condition. It's pure conditioning. It's repetition. You do it over and over and over again, you're going to get better at it. It's going to affect you less, and you're going to be able to take emotions out of it. But that comes with time. And again, that comes with repetition, which is why the 6 month to a year minimum of how long it's going to take you to become successful is understandable. is because it takes repetition, and that takes time, and it takes repetition with a live account, not a paper account. Paper account, you have zero emotion. I don't care what people want to pretend. And so that's the hard part. That's the difficult part of trading, is learning how to not be your own worst enemy, if that makes sense. And it takes time, man. Yeah, for sure, K. Gifford. And everybody's got their own style. No, I feel you, brother. No stress, man. If you can make $1 consistently, yeah, exactly. If you can make $1 a day, $10 a day, then you can make 100, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is. It just takes scaling up. At the same time, though, some strategies aren't scalable, and so you have to look at the scalability of the strategies as well, and that's gonna influence it too. But like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're at 83 likes. We need 17 more beautiful likes here. So hit that like button if you haven't. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We do this live every single day for free right here on YouTube. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's try to bring that like count up to over 100. Oh yeah, 100%, man. Making any money consistently every day is way harder than it seems, brother. It's way harder, man. And people don't realize that. It looks easy, and people try to make it look easy, but it's not. It's like I said, it's the single most hardest form of investing there is, because if you really think about it, the shorter term of investing, the harder it's going to be. The more random, the less the less manageable and consistent it is. And so with that said, day trading is the single hardest form of investing there is, objectively speaking, because it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be more short term and harder to analyze. It doesn't take a genius to pull the trigger when all ducks charts line up. Yeah, get all your ducks in a row for sure. But it does. It's not about being a genius. I think it just takes repetition and conditioning to not. You might be green 3 out of 4 trades, but if your 4th trade is a huge loss because you couldn't get out, because you couldn't manage your emotions the right way, then it's all moot. And that's why it's really difficult to trade, is because it's very difficult to maintain. You might be able to get in a majority of green trades, but it's very hard to maintain those green trades without, blowing it. It's without losing your account. And that's why it's so difficult, and that's why it takes so much time, because you have to learn how to do that. And it's not something that happens overnight. It doesn't matter. Like I said, people get you involved. Penny stock gurus preach you can get rich quick. Because they have to, because that's the only way anybody's going to buy a course like that. It's very difficult. And like I said, a lot of times those are the people that buy those courses are the ones that kind of latch onto it so hard where they hate me. Those people hate me a lot of the time. They hate me. They have such disregard for me because I tell them the truth, which is that it's going to take years. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I don't care who sold you that. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. And sometimes it's a very hard and difficult thing for people to accept when they've built all these hopes and dreams into their trading, and they think that they're going to just take this guy's course and they're going to turn $1,000 into $1 million, within a few months, and they're going to prove everybody wrong. It's very hard to accept the fact that that's not accurate, because they've built their future on that idea. And that's a very difficult kind of a buzzkill thing for them to accept. And like I said, those are usually my biggest haters, is because, again, it's kind of like I've said it a million times. I probably sound like a broken record, but I do think it's an important thing for traders to understand. It's kind of like telling people that their multi-level marketing scheme is not going to get them rich. It's kind of like telling them that, because they built so much hope and dreams into that pyramid scheme, basically. And it's a very difficult thing for people to say, you know what, I got. Most people can't do that. Most people deny it, defend, and justify expenses, and that's the reality of it. When, in trading, the reality is you're going to be trading for years before you're successful. Of course, there's outliers. Most of that's luck, though. But in the end, it just takes time, and you got to have the right expectations towards your trading. And if you don't, you're just going to lose way more money than you need to. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Like I said, smash that like button. We got 86 likes. We need 14 beautiful likes to break that 100 like level. I'm not going to sit around and just pump likes up, though. And so if you want to help support us, don't forget to hit that like button. It definitely helps support our free content here. We put out free content live every day on stream. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. If you click the sub button, it'll give you if you click the sub button and then the bell, it'll give you an alert every time we go live, which is again every weekday morning. Pi says, I think the best way I've been able to keep a level head and not get emotional is by thinking that when you lose, you paid for a lesson. That way I don't blame anything but myself. 100%. And that's the reality, is that in trading, you learn more when you lose than you do when you win. There's a very famous quote from Rounders, the poker movie, and I think it translates very well over to trading. And the quote goes, you never remember it's something like this. It's not 100%. I'm trying to remember it the best I can. But the quote goes something like, you never remember your big wins in poker, but you always remember with excruciating detail the big losses you've made in poker. And like I said, I think that translates really well over to trading as well, which is that you never really remember your big wins in trading, but you always remember the losses that are excruciatingly painful. And I think it's very true. And so you learn when you lose. That's it. I think everyone in this room is a genius. Well, I think you're a genius too, Daniel. Thank you, sir. You know, I'm balling out of control today with my $4 win. But hey, you know, it takes skill to make $4 in this market. Right? Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a good day. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. But good luck in the market. Oh, if you want to join our Discord, let me post that link. Join our Discord. We got a really cool new section of our Discord called Thinkorswim Script Share. If you see this line right here, it's the previous closing price, and so we have a script that documents automatically the previous close on Thinkorswim. And so it's pretty cool. If you want to check it out, there's the link if you want to join our Discord. Like I said, hit that like button. We got 87 likes. We need 13 beautiful likes, guys. And yeah, like I said, you want to use the same platform, I'll post this one more time, and then I'm out of here. But yeah, good luck in the markets, team. I'll see you all next time, which is tomorrow. I might have a video or two I put out today. I got to put a recap for the World Series of Day Trading that we put out. And, you know, I'll probably upload that today, if not on YouTube, somewhere else, but probably on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that as well. Check out Trade Ideas, and I'll see you guys later.